Hey, everybody, listen. Can I tell you something about my podcast? Huh? Can I tell you? It's 3 a.m. Can I tell you? Let me tell you something about my podcast. My podcast brings comedy to the yard. And my cast is better than yours. I see you laughing so hard. It's free now, but later gonna charge. Oh, 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 oh. Laugh it up, NateNathaNathaniel. His comedy slaying, oh, 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 oh. He cracks me up, oh, 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 oh. This chicken is slaying, hey, 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 yes, sir. My comedy, it brings, listen, it's bringing that comedy to the yard. Everybody, listen. It's the Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Yeah. Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. It's a commuter grind. What's on my mind? Comedic adventures of uncooked chicken. Comedic adventures of uncooked chicken. Comedic adventures of uncooked chicken. Ain't no need to edit. Hell yeah, I said it. It's the adventures of uncooked chicken. And you can't have a chicken if you don't have a Ka-Kah. Yeah, baby. Hey, listen. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Listen, y'all. I want to welcome all y'all. Listen to this comedic kitchen. To the comedy kitchen of uncooked chicken. Stop it. Yeah, man. And the comedy kitchen is in my hybrid studios. That's right. I do this podcast for you. On my way to work, it's a commuter cast, right? It's a commuter grind, right? It's what's on my mind, because I'm in my hybrid studios, baby. We got to maximize time. So that's what we doing. That's what we doing up in here. So listen, my thing is I do it in the car 20 to 25 minutes. Yes, sir. You're going to hear background noises. You're going to hear signaling. You might hear a horn. You want a horn? You want to get horny this morning? Listen. Stop it. That's how we do it, baby. Yes, sir. That's a little sound effect live for you, baby. Live. Now, listen. It's an improv commuter cast. You know what I'm saying? It's improvisational. I know I said that wrong. Improvisational commuter comedy cast. We talk about pop culture. We talk about improvisation. We talk about things that's on my mind, and I make mistakes on Uncooked Chicken, and I don't edit. There's no edits. That's why I say it's uncooked, because listen, I'll make a mistake, and listen, I'll own it, and I'll say, yeah, you're right. But this is my practice session. I have a dream. Want to be the creativest comedian you never heard of. The creativest comedian you never heard of. So I got to put in the work. This is the workshop in the comedy kitchen. Yes, sir, Uncooked Chicken. Yeah. And your host is NateNathaNathaniel. All three. That's one name. Well, it's really 3 names but one guy. 3 names, one guy. That guy is me. Now listen, I woke up in the morning and I had wood on my mind. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now listen, when I say wood, stop it. Relax. I'm talking about Woody Woodpecker. Yeah, Woody Woodpecker. Now some of you people are like, what the hell? You just trying to be creative with the wood and the word wood and the pecker. And listen, I don't know why. I woke up in the morning, I had Woody Woodpecker on my mind, right? Now Woody Woodpecker, what he was a bird. He was a woodpecker. And he would go around and he would just, he would be cracking jokes on people, right? He cracking jokes and he had a laugh. Now this was like a 1945, 1950 cartoon. You can Google it, but he would crack jokes on people and he would laugh. He would, that was his laugh. I'm like, well, that's a weird ass laugh, I'm just saying, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I got Woody Woodpecker on my mind, right? I'm just sharing with you. I might be oversharing right now. I had Woody Woodpecker on my mind and I'm like, that was his laugh. And then I started thinking, that laugh would just, that's like the people nowadays, they say period, right? You say something like period today is like when we used to say, we say drop the mic. Like, oh, he dropped the mic on you, right? So now people just say period. And that's the same thing. It's just a different word, different time, but same thing, same meaning. So they say period. And so I think that that laugh that Woody Woodpecker would do, that's like saying period, right? You know, so I'm thinking like you can get rid of a lot of people. When you drop the mic and you say period, you can just go Woody Woodpecker laugh and get rid of people. So I'm wondering if there's a woman or like if ladies, if you in a relationship, you trying to get rid of your guy, your person, you know, and they standing, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. They standing in the nude, right? They standing in the nude and they got their Superman, Supergirl pose on, whatever. And you just bust out the Woody Woodpecker laugh. You know, you just go, right? As soon as you do that, let me tell you what's gonna happen. Let me tell you. Hey, Superman ain't gonna feel so super no more, right? He's standing there all proud, and you go, listen, period. Let me tell you, somebody got to go. You know what I'm saying? That's the end. You want to end something? That's how you end it. Anyway, listen, like I said, I woke up in the morning, I had Woody Woodpecker on the mind. Listen. All right, anyway, we talk about 3F topics on Uncooked Chicken. The funny that I'm working on, the familiar that's going on in the world, and the last F topic is going to be ForReal though fake news, because I like ForReal though fake news, so I'm going to do what I like, because you know why? It's my podcast. Stop it. Yeah, so listen, the funny that I'm working on is like, you know, Goldi-Locks and the three bears. You know what I'm saying? You know that story, that little nursery rhyme they do, Goldi-Locks and the three bears. You know, I just think, wasn't it like an introduction to gentrification, right? Think about it. Little white girl. She roll up in the bear's house, right? She roll up in the bear's house. And she sleeping in their bed. She eating their porridge. She breaking their chair. You know what I'm saying? She just rolled up. She didn't knock. She didn't say knock. She didn't go, excuse me, is anyone home? She didn't ding dong ditch. You know what I'm saying? She walked up in there like she owned the place. Know what that's called? Gentrification. That's what that's called. Right? And I'm saying, you know, listen, this story just bewilders me. It bewilders. Because like the bears, you know, ain't it aren't the bears' natural habitat? You know, if you disturb a bear, don't they supposed to maul you or something? Nothing happened to Goldi-Locks, right? If you mess with a bear, now listen, I ain't gonna talk about Chicago bears. You can mess with Chicago bears all you want to. You can turn them over, you can tickle them. You know what I mean? Tickle. Hey, we look ferocious. We ain't doing nothing to you. But in the story, Goldi-Locks, you know what I mean? The bears come home and they just, oh, somebody has been eating in my porridge. Oh, somebody been sleeping in my bed. Oh, they still here. And then she gets up and she runs away. Right? First of all, how's Goldi how's she gonna outrun a bear? How's that happening? You know, little white girl outrunning a bear? Nah, it ain't happening. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you know, nobody was home, and so she just went in the house, and she was hungry. No, man. You know, the bears are like, look, Trick, we just went to the woods for a second. We come back, and you up here in our house eating stuff. And the bears, listen, you can't go to Yellowstone or someplace like that. They tell you don't feed the bears. You know what I'm saying? They say don't feed them. Don't startle them. You know? So why? Listen, you had free food, bears. 3 bears had free food. They just walked up in their house. Goldi-Locks walked up in the house. Listen, it should have not ended with Goldi running away. It should have ended with Goldi she got ate up. She got ate. You know what I'm saying? The bears mauled her. You know, they found her in baby bear's bed. You know what I'm saying? She mauled up. They had lunch. They said screw porridge. We got meat. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. That's what they said. You know what I mean? This Thanksgiving's coming up. They had white meat. Yes, they did. They had some turkey. They had turkey breast. You know what I'm saying? That's what they had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That story a little crazy. And listen, why was it Goldi-Locks? Well, we know why. You know, Goldi-Locks, she up there, she's screaming, squatters' rights. You know what I mean? Squatters' rights. Like, hey, we just went to the woods. Squatters' rights. You ain't got no rights. You don't even own this place. Not yet. Not yet. But she will. She will. Anyway, man, listen. And then I think, like, why couldn't they had a Dready-Locks? Right? We could have had Dready-Locks in the 3 bears. You know? Because Dready-Locks would have did something. He would have done it differently. Dready-Locks would be like, hey, he would have cased the joint. You know what I'm saying? Locks, he gonna case the joint first before he rolls up in there. You know, he gonna do a little stakeout. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't gonna just let the bears go to the woods and come back as they waiting on their porridge to cool. No, he gonna stake out the joint. He gonna be like, okay, we gonna wait until the bears hibernate. You know what I'm saying? Locks gonna wait. The bears gonna hibernate for 6 months. Locks gonna roll up in there. He gonna be like, hey, we gonna have a house party. You know, he gonna call all his friends up. He gonna be like, hey, Tommy, hey, Bay, hey, Lavelle, hey, Philip, listen, come on out here in the woods, man. Yes, sir, I got this spot. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I got it on Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? I got it on Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Come on out here, man. We good for about 6 months, baby. 6 months, rent free. You know what I'm saying? That's how Locks would have done it. That's how Locks. Yes, sir, how he done, I'm telling you. Locks in the 3 pairs. You know what I'm saying? What if it was Locks and the 3 queers? How would that go? I'm just saying, how would Locks and the 3 queers? How can you say that? I said it. I don't know how would that go. Because would it be like he in the bed and they're like, ooh, look at here. It looks like somebody's in my bed and look at those dreads. Give me some of that dready. Would that happen? Because you can't. I just was wondering how that would happen. I don't think Dreddy gonna be able to run away. yeah, man. Listen. Anyway, that's just a funny. Listen, I'm workshopping that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now listen, man. Also, I started thinking, man. You know how they say God's a comedian, right? They say God's a comedian. I just don't want that to be true. Like, I don't need the day that I die and it's Judgment Day, and I don't need God like being funny. You know what I'm saying? I don't need him being funny. I need him to judge me. I need him to judge me on the curb. You know what I'm saying? Just on the curb. Just say, hey, that's what I need, right? Because I can imagine that day come and God's like, see, man, look at your record. Look at your record, boy. Look at your record. Boy, your record is crazy. It's crazy. Now, don't ask me why my God voice sounds like Smokey from Friday. Listen, don't ask me why that. I'm just telling you, that's how the God voice sounds in my head. Look at your record, boy. Look at your record. Ooh, voice. Ooh, I don't know, man. Your record is bad, boy. I'm telling you, bad, boy. Ooh, your record remind me of Puff Daddy. Yeah, you ain't been good for a while, baby. You ain't been good for a while. Well, boy, listen, I'm telling you, I hope you are. I hope you're drinking a lot of water. I hope you're drinking a lot of water, boy. Cause you know what? You're gonna be just like Bruce Springsteen. You're gonna be on fire. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on fire. Do 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 do. That's what you're gonna be, boy. That's what you're gonna be. And I'm like, excuse me, Lord. He said, yeah, boy. What you want, boy? What you want? I said, Lord, I think you might be wrong on this one, Lord. I think it was the Pointer Sisters, Lord, that made fire. He said, what? He said, what you say to me? Oh my God, oh my goodness, oh my me. I cannot believe you just trying to correct me. Do you know that I am the I am? You understand what I'm saying? That is blasphemy. That is blasphemy. Oh, no, you didn't. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. It was Bruce Springsteen that wrote that song Fire. He wrote that song Fire because I gave it to him back in 1977. You understand what I'm saying, boy? Lord, I'm just thinking that it was the Pointer Sister that made it. Yes, sir, you're right. The Pointer Sister did make it, but originally, I gave that song to Bruce Springsteen in 1977. You better understand it was me. Yes, sir, boy, you better do your history. I am. I'm sorry, Lord. Can I phone a friend? He said, boy, who you want to call? I said, can I call Jesus? He said, yeah, boy, go ahead and call him. Let me call him. JC, you need some help. This boy needs you to intercede for him because he's ready to go to hell.
Father, can we please just give NateNathaNathaniel one more chance?
I don't know, Jesus. I don't know, JC. He came at me. You know I know my history. He came at I am. He know my...
I know, Father. I know. But listen, Father, this guy, he's doing a podcast from his car. Can we give him a win, Lord? Can we please just give him a win?
you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Oh, JC, you got a point. JC, you got a point, because I'm telling you, NateNathaNathaniel, you was going to be like Nelly. You was going to be, it's getting hot in here. You going to be hanging out in hell, hon. You going to be hanging out in hell, but you lucky JC interceded for you. You lucky? Boy, you feeling like it?
Yeah, Lord, I guess I am. I guess I'm feeling like, well, you should be. Now listen, I don't want God, listen, I don't need him being, I don't need God being a comedian. I need to see him to judge me on the curb. Yes, sir, that's what I need. Now listen, that's a funny that I'm working on. The familiar that's going on in the world today, listen, the familiar is the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight, the review, listen. What am I watching? There's 8 rounds of this? Why is Tyson biting his glove? Hit him! Listen, that's how I felt. It was bad. And it ain't Mike Tyson's fault, because he's 58. And it ain't Jake Paul's fault, because he's 28. It's our fault. It's America's fault. We thought that was going to be good TV. Netflix raked it up. They got a lot of money. Most viewership ever. Listen, but that was horrible. And that's our fault. We thought it was going to be better. You know what I'm saying? We just thought it was like going to be generation. Like, hey, listen, the X generation, Generation X, we about to whoop her. Listen, we about to beat these millennials' asses. You know what I'm saying? We about to get them. You know what I'm saying? That's what we thought. And it happened that way. No, boy. We know these Gen Ys. Listen, we thought we were going to get them. We did not get them at all. We got. It was hey, listen. That's on us. We thought it was going to be magical. We thought it was 1994 Tyson, not 2024 Tyson. Listen, that's on us. We drank the Kool-Aid. That's on us. I'm telling you. Now listen, the undercards are much better. So if you want to watch it, don't even watch the Tyson Jake Paul review. Don't even watch it. You just skip all over that. You listen. Just pause your TV. When you turn it on and they start the ding ding, and you just pause it, and that's all you do. Pause it for like 8 minutes, or pause it for an hour, and that's all you're gonna see. It's like a steel frame, like Frozen. And listen, let me tell you something. That download cast, listen, they're streaming. Listen, Netflix, you are a streaming network. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. So stream better. You know what I'm saying? My TV was freezing. You know what I mean? They probably knew the product was bad. They said, we got to freeze this a couple times. We had to make it exciting. The only exciting part, my TV kept freezing. Fix your streaming service. You know what I'm saying? I need a refund. That's crazy. Now, the undercard fight was good. One girl, she got headbutted a couple times. Listen, that girl headbutted her. Her eye opened up. She had 3 eyeballs. Boy, I'm telling you, the goop. The goop was coming out of the eyeball. Ooh, man, I'm telling you. That was exciting. I felt bad for her. She should have won. But they gave it to the headbutter. Yeah, they did. They gave it to the headbutter. Headbutter won it. Oh boy. But that's a short familiar what's going on. That's the short. And then Tyson, he had his ass cheeks out. He was wearing a thong or something. And he had Iron Mike cheeks hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I know Thanksgiving's coming up. You had the Tyson cheeks. Nobody trying to get them yams. You know what I'm saying, Tyson? What's going on? Why you got your ass hanging out, Tyson? But I ain't gonna tell him that. Anybody say nothing, he turned around and walked away. Nobody said nothing. Who gonna tell Tyson his ass cheeks are hanging out? He may not have hit Jake Paul, but he can show up knock me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave him alone. He won't walk around with his turkey hanging out. Go ahead, Tyson. You do you. Shoot, gobble, 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 sir, gobble. I ain't gonna keep all that turkey, Tyson. I ain't gonna keep that ham. We good. Ain't gonna say nothing to him. All right, man, listen. And the last F topic I'm gonna give you before I get to my hustle. Listen, it's about, my fight night. For real though, fake news. My fight night back in the day. Listen, way back in the day. Listen, like Tyson We were trying to shake our ass. We were trying to shake our ass. You know, like Tyson. You know, we went to the club. ForReal, fake news. Went to the club. And then my boy, you know, he was a little drunk. He was intoxicated. You know, he was intoxicated. He tried to get in some squabbles. He tried to get in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get in the fight. This guy rolled up to him. He talking smack on him. And then my guy hit him. I'm like, oh boy. You know, and I'm sitting there like, oh, this is going crazy. It's crazy. We trying to get in the club. That's all we trying to do. ForReal, fake news. We trying to get in the club. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he got all his boys. You know, we still in the line. ForReal, fake news. We still in the line trying to get inside the club. We ain't even inside the club yet. ForReal, fake news. This dude got his friends. You know, these friends, they started coming up and everything. And I was like, oh boy, we got one. Because we only had about 5 people with us. We had 5 people, some girls with us and everything. This dude called his friends. He was upset. Oh boy. They started running up the hill. And then I was trying to talk to the guy. I was trying to be, you know, NateNathaNathaniel, trying to be a peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I don't know what's going on, my man. He crazy. He drunk. You gotta excuse him. Next thing you know, the corner of my eye had my peripheral. What do you call that? The peripheral vision. This guy tried to sucker punch me. Yes, sir. He tried to throw a punch at me. Woo-hoo. Yes, sir. But like Mike Tyson, let me tell you, he missed. He missed. Yes, sir. He missed. And I was about to swing on him, put the things on him. Listen, ForReal, though, fake news. And next you know, listen, I saw all the people coming up the hill. I said, oh, we got to go. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw my friend. I tried to get him. And he was with his girl. And we had different pockets of people trying to fight. You know? And his girlfriend, she was mouthy. She was like Goldi-Locks. She thought she owned the place. Right? So she looked at the guy, she started yelling at this other guy, and then she cocked back and she hit him. She popped him in the face. I was like, oh snap, she just hit that dude in the face. Oh man. And then what the dude do? He hit her in the face. Pop. I said, oh my gosh, ForReal, though, fake news. I said, he just hit a lady in the face. Oh my goodness. And so we started all running. My guy, he grabbed his girl. He didn't even swing back. He didn't protect her. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh shit. He grabbed her and they ran to the car. ForReal, fake news. Ran to the car, and then the keys. Oh, they were. Where the keys at? The keys. They locked the keys in the car. So they couldn't get out. So we getting chased by like 45 people. ForReal, fake news. And the keys were locked in the car. So my boy he had to break the glass. He grabbed the brick. He broke the glass so he could get into his vehicle, get his car, so we can get the hell out of there and not get him in the hospital. Whoo! Now, ladies and gentlemen. Is that for real though? Or fake news? Did I really have a fight night? That we had to fight for the fight because we weren't ready that night? Listen, I'll tell you on that next episode of Uncooked Chicken. Now listen, the last episode we talked about the flying feline. You know what I'm saying? We talked about my mom had a date and he had the nerve to try to get a nightcap. You know what I'm saying? He had some kitty cat on his mind. So I just gave him what he wanted. You know, we just threw that kitty cat down the stairs. He wanted cat in his face. I gave him cat in his face. Yes, sir. Let me tell you something. Was that for real, though? Or fake news? That was for real, though. Yes, sir. Listen, I told that dude, I said, how you like me? Meow. Right? How you like me? Meow. Yes, sir. Don't mess with my mama. I'm telling you, I throw animals at you. Protect my mama. Yeah, boy. All right, listen, I want to thank all y'all for joining me in this episode of Uncooked Chicken, baby. Yes, sir. It's the Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Yeah, Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. It's a commuter grind. It's what's on my mind. Comedic Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Comedic Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Comedic Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Ain't no need to edit. Hell yeah, I said it. It's the Adventures of Uncooked Chicken.